Hi everyone, here's Simone from the studio and welcome in this new tutorial. Today we will speak about Python in Touchdesigner and we will actually play around with some scripting and I hope this will encourage a lot of you to be less afraid of writing something. Okay, I made this file and this file will be free for everyone. You can get it in the link of the description, so to follow along with the tutorial. Please open the file and go in the modules area and analyze what we have here. We are simulating now a situation where we have where we want to communicate among dots. Okay, dots have this intrinsic nature, so they have this powerful structure that is Python. Okay, Python gives us the opportunity to import text on demand. The import text on demand in Touchdesigner is also is represented by having a text nearby here with some eligible Python written inside, and then you can import it. I am now here creating this a simple variable. So let's pretend to be the compiler. Those are a sequence of letters. Okay, the guy, means me, want to assign something to this sequence of letters, so he doesn't need to type it, or he wants to store something that changes because he's a smart guy. In this case we just want to write banana. Okay, but I want to write banana in a fancy way that is showing you how you can add a single quote in a string, and trust me, you will need it. Okay, so now we want to print this banana that is stored in this text dot by with Python. Let's open this guy and bring it here in the center of the attention. We have now an import statement. Okay, the import statement, just to play around, you can use it to make a query to a nearby text just by typing his name. Okay, and if that text has something that the compiler say, okay, it's Python, then you can use it as your own choice based on what is written inside of that text you are trying to import. Okay, we are now finally creating another variable that is our banana, and by going in the fluid text and with the dot notation arriving to the variable name var. This goes here, poof, import, and you have banana, and then we are using the formal way of make a verbose, that instead to use the print, you are asked to use the bug, just because the bug is more formal and is also telling you from where are you debugging the things you are reading. Usually for complex structure, you can usually stay with the print. And as you can see here, my text board is printing banana with the single quote and the space as well. Okay, so it's inside here, I import it, I arrive to the variable or anything else is stored in this text, and then in this case I want to print it. Text on demand. Oops. Okay. Then another thing is you already saw if you mess around a bit with Python is this def here, def there. There's def for any kind of paste. Okay. Well, let's always pretend to be the compiler. Okay, so I am the compiler. What means def? Def, I like to think it like this. It's an allocation of logic that I ask the compiler to do for me. Okay. And since it's an allocation, usually in memory, you need at least, do not think about all those crazy stuff, at least give a name to this board allocation. So you want to give the name of this allocation of logical calculation you ask the compiler to do for you, and this is the first thing you have to write after making def and a space. Give a name to this allocation. Okay, then let's think allocation as a rectangular container. Where is this rectangular? If I'm not crazy, look, this is a rectangle. Okay, think it a bit graphically. Okay, so the compiler now inside of this rectangle, and the double point is it's like, okay, go on, tell me what I need to do. So you have this rectangle here where we can do stuff. This rectangle that start here and end here inside can have a hierarchical hierarchical series of other rectangles that you need to explicit with the indentation. That is the tab button of your keyboard, and I'm also using it here. And if the text that you're typing here, or you're using an external one, you should already understand that this is Python and already putting you in the right spot. But if it's here, you can just press tab, and then you see we are inside of this logical calculation area where we can write logic. Okay, at the end of any allocation, okay, you can return stuff or not based to your needs, and I'm now returning a logic that is a variable that is containing a plus b. From where this a plus b is coming from? It's coming from the definition of the logical allocation area. So we can give a name and also pass some arguments to the function. Okay, since we are polite, and be polite is always good, this is a human readable thingy that you can invite the third user to add only integer with this function for some reason. Maybe you need it, maybe not. This doesn't really matter if you type like this or not. Okay, but this is like, it's supposed to be an integer, then do whatever. Okay, and adding numbers is of course too easy. Let's add two lists together. So introduce definition and list. You see, slap the face, Python in 3 seconds. Okay, let's now analyze this text. Okay, always this add on demand thingy, text on demand thingy, add on demand, because we are adding on demand by using the other dot that we create on this function that is inside the other dot, and the function name is add. Okay, so I'm now creating some list, and those are like mixed list to introduce you also the concept of types. So this is an integer, so it's a number that has no decimal. This is a string, let's also say that doesn't matter, has to be various. So this is a string with single quote. Okay, nice. Yeah, let's make a string with 2 quotes. So be super fancy. And then yeah, we have a number that is an integer. Then we have a string, then we have a float. Okay, this is the first list. Then we have another list, and we have something that's inside. Okay, then we are passing these two lists to our imported text, and from the imported text we take the only things that is inside actually, that is the add function we wrote, and we can then pass the two lists and run the script. To run the script, you can run it by right-clicking on the operator. If it's a text, this will appear and you can run it, but you can also do the shortcut. You can run it, okay? So you see it's sum with the right index, the first, and then the second list, as I wrote here. Okay, really good. And since we are speaking about list, I want to give a little grasp of dictionary as well. So dictionary is like an advanced way to store data in Python, and the name dictionary means each item is in the dictionary needs to have a name that the name of this name is key. Okay, so you have items, keys, and values. Okay, each dictionary contains item. Is item. You can refer to each item via its key. You have a lock. You go with the key. You open the lock and you take what you want. Nice. This is the meaning, and this is the Python. Actually, this is really hard. Let's just go now. So we have a number that is 1 and a string that is pizza, and then we want to print. Go inside of the dictionary and print something. We are not adding things, so let's do also an addition of stuff. So we take other, that is, we are importing this, go there, okay? And then I want to take add, that is this, and then I want to sum the result of the extraction from the dictionary. So we want to print, let's go like super complex for nothing, just for a sentence. We want to use the adder to make a sentence. So add to piece of string means concatenate string, and we want to concatenate string with the adder. So if you pass to string with a plus sign, the compiler understand that has to read it together. Okay. So nice. So we now take the string that is pizza, and then we want to also pass another one that is num. Okay, and I think I need to put another of this. And what I'm doing now, I'm taking pizza and num, and I put it inside here, and I want to print the result of the logic. So it should print pizza 1. And we have an error. What did it wrong? Let me see. Other dot add. We don't need this. Yes, we need it. Can only concatenate string, not integer. Yeah, of course. So let's force this one to be an integer as well, to be a string as well, by using the quotes. Pardon. As I said, you can concatenate only string, and then we have pizza 1. Pardon. Okay. This is the syntax to write a dictionary, and this is how you can query a dictionary. So you go to the dictionary, and then with the square bracket and the name, the string that is equal to the key of the element you want to grab. It's like calling someone for this name. Okay? Okay, another slap in the face. Take a value with Python from a chop and print it somewhere else that is not this ugly export. That actually we cannot zoom. I don't know. This is bad. Derivative, please make this zoomable. Okay, beside that, let's see this, analyze this situation. We have an LFO, we have a text, and we have another text. So we want to take, each time I run this guy, I want to print something in this text dot. Okay, the text dot can be a really good placeholder for naming values. If you need some logic, place something there. It's always nice. And this is how to do it. Place something, store something on demand in a given place. Let's do it graphically just by reading and writing and clear and deleting stuff. Okay, so how to read something from a chop? You can refer to the chop. Hey, no. You can refer to the chop with the classical syntax, that is this one, that can take an integer or the name of the value. In this case, let's just keep it simple. I want to go to the LFO1 and take whatever is the channel number 1. And like this, you grab all the samples if the channel happens to be multi-samples. Okay, then let's grab the end. And so where we want to smash the value of text, this guy. And then you see we are telling the text to delete itself. Okay, why? Because think about the logic. Each time I want to print this, I don't want to see what I was having before, not this time. So I need to delete what is stored there and replace it. Okay, so the dot class give the text dot operator this clear method that means delete. Okay, you can refer the same things is for this write method. Okay, so you can refer to an operate text dot that can understand what a write method is and then write something. This something is actually a value. That is what they take from the LFO. And I'm using this magical round function that is not given from Touchdesigner itself but from Python. And this round function is to shrink the decimal numbers. You will need it, maybe not, but it is better to do not overdo if you can. So this is how to round the decimals of when you read from a chop and print it somewhere else. Okay, let's see. So if what I say is not a lie, if I run the script, this should be taking. Nice, I'm not a liar. Good, let's now play a game. Okay, we are billionaires and we have outfits that we like to do because we are so much annoyed for all the money we have. Okay, so I have this kit of things that I like to do together, and I want to pick one randomly each time. Okay, so we have Apples, Lamborghini and a 4090, bananas, Ferrari and A6000, so all those kind of things. We want to randomly grab one of these 4 lines and print it, then put it in another table or wherever we want. Okay, so there is a way to loop a table without even writing a for loop. Okay, this is also given from the dot class or the table dot class. I don't know which one of the two. Anyway, is a given things of the is a given things of Python, and we can refer to any table and use the cell method. So what is written here should be now clear. I'm referring to something that is the storage I want them to have another table that show what I'm using, so I take in use, and then I have I want to scrap those rows, so I define what for me is the number of the row I want. So be more human readable if I say number of. Let's update it here. Okay. So I want to say which row should I pick, okay? And then I want to take those stuff from the storage, and I want to take the right one, all of them, okay? So this is the cell method. If you use it on a table, you can then pass, and this is the order that will never change in your life. First you pass row, and then you pass columns, okay? And cool about these guys that can accept pattern matching. If you don't know what pattern matching is a way to make a condition when you choose something, and with the multiplication sign you are telling the compiler, give me all the row in a table, please organize it. And the compiler of course is good in these things, and this will give us a table with all the cells object that we can query for what is inside of the cell. Usually if you just because evaluated anyway, but here you're having the cell object back, not the actual value. Sometimes you got evaluated, sometimes not. If not, you know why, because those are cell object, not the cell itself is containing Lambo, but there is the cell object above as level of abstraction. Okay, so same things of what we were doing before, the logic. If you want to store something, I want to delete what's inside, so I delete what I was using and I append the row that has multiple columns, and I'm good. Okay? Why you can have these multiple columns automatically? Because this is a list. That's it. Okay? And if she got also evaluated, the object is giving me back the value automatically, because Touchdesigner is helping us in this. Nice. Okay, now let's do something totally useless, but at least we will write a for loop. Nice. Let's now also use what we just learned. Let's refer to this table and clear it. So you should not be. Okay. Nice. Okay. So what we want to do now is to have a list of all the parameters here, and show you that it's possible with I don't know, a line of Python. I don't know many words, letters. It's a small line of Python. This with even a print statement inside is giving us in the text export a list with all the parameters and the value inside this guy here. Easy. Okay, and we print it. Boom. Everything we need is a parameter object, so we can also understand in which state it is, whatever. We don't need to, because you will see in the second part of this tutorial that is everything already done from the derivative for us. Like, if you want to understand and follow me, this is just for making you understand how to grab things, but that the derivative already helps us a lot. You will see it in the next tutorial. Okay. Now let's create this actually. Parameter. Okay. So we will now create a version of this one. Okay. That is more friendly for what we are going to do in the next tutorial. We want to write can actually create a parameter data that is giving us the name of the parameter with also the path and the path to the operator. Okay, the path to the operator actually to the given parameter. Okay, so why I want this? Because each job inside has this export method that you can refer to path double point parameter. Okay, path to the operator double point the name of the parameter. Okay, and then you can automatically, when you press this, the value go where they need to go. Okay, and if you use this, you can even give an export route. So if you organize it with base, you will never think about where are the value going. You already know it by giving this name convention. Super powerful. Okay, so let's now see in action the script, and first let's read it together. Zoom it. Okay. Referring to an operator, referring to a table where we are going to smash our data. Get all the data we saw before in the export. Clear the table before a new operation of do something with the table will happen. And then wait, another rectangle. This time rectangle is big, like this. Okay, this time the compiler say, yeah, what you want this time. I would like to do something sometime, repetitively, recursively, okay? And the compiler say, okay, yes, I can do this. What do I need to do? Okay, you can pass the object that you are like searching for, and the list that should contain that object. And this is the level of abstraction. This is all the object of the list, and this is the list. So for all the object in the list parse. Here you don't see list written because this guy is giving us back a list already by default, take derivative. Okay, so a list is iterable, and you can iterate it by creating another rectangle of calculation that this time is a for loop. Okay, this rectangle of logic will repeat itself by the definition right here. Okay, so this time it will be repeated for any element that is in the list parse, and I can access this element inside the for loop by typing par. Okay, I go to the table, I want to append a row, and use this fancy F statement to write the double point thingy I need. Okay, and if you see here, this is trick because I have a parameter. Okay, how can I get the path of the component or the object or operator that is retaining this parameter? You can use the owner because it's like a cascade things Python. No? So yeah, something should have an owner, and the owner is an attribute of any parameter, and the owner will also give the absolute path of that operator, so you cannot mismatch from any level you are. Okay, nice. Double point what the parameter name. So then we're ready to do path parameter name. Nice. And then after we compose our directory for the parameter we are reading, we want to take the actual value that for the evaluation. If you need then to go in a table, this for Touchdesigner is evaluated and we get the numbers. Okay, so if I run this is compile. Okay, and to see that I'm not cheating, I'm also creating here a way that I run this each time a value move. This is done with a parameter execute, and the parameter execute is running. We will speak a bit more about this in the next tutorial. Is running this one each time a value move, so to have a constant update in this table. This sounds freak but costs nothing, and actually it's already done from the parameter data, but here we are like with hammer and tools to build things and we want to understand it deeply. So you see, if now I move tox x, I have this. Okay, let's finish this with a magical export in chop. So let's say I put this, let's say now we want to save this state brutally by locking the operator. Okay, so this will now be like this. Okay, so we have all these layers like that. Okay, we want to save this state. Okay, what we're going to do, we want to do a null here. Okay, and let's lock it, just for example. Okay, so we can compare afterwards. Okay, so we actually now did a preset of this guy. Done. Why done? Because you can then do that too, and yeah, it's already correct. Then from here, look what will happen if I then do path parameter name. Yeah, I need to do from the root. So that here. Why you are not going there? Okay, yeah, you need, in some cases you need to use the first one. I will explain you this in the other tutorial. Since yeah, I have in the roots here. This should work. Pros, cons, stocks. Strange but true. Okay. Anyway, you see, you can then actually have those values. That yeah, we are not blending, neither doing stuff, but this is how to smash those values back. A little bit of playfulness here, okay? So the tutorial now is over. I hope you get a little idea how powerful is Touchdesigner and how fast it is to create your own preset system. And doing a preset as training will make you a better developer because you start to understand the parameter structure, names, types. Is the first things you should actually do. Don't be scared, because the next tutorial we will use the TD function in order to build a really super powerful and a reusable system in order to have preset. Until then, happy programming.